Hello friends, I'm Astrophysicist Devendra Sharma, and in this video I'm going to tell you that what are the various steps to study astrophysics and what are the job opportunity for the astrophysicist and why it is important to study astrophysics, cosmology, astronomy and space science, and what types of astrophysics branch, how we can subdivide for our convenience astrophysics in a more sub branches, and finally we will discuss about the what are the types of physicists, how we can divide physicists into three categories. Now we will come to the first point, is that what are the various steps to study astrophysics. Friends, first step is that you have to complete your 10th exam with very good marks in math and science, and a second step is that you have to complete your +2 non-medical with very good marks in physics, chemistry and mathematics. These are the two steps, first metric and second +2. Now when you will complete your +2 exam, then you are eligible to attend the IIT JEE entrance test for IITs. After cracking IIT JEE exam, you can join IITs, you can join NITs. From there, after joining IITs, from there you can do the aerospace engineering, aeronautical engineering. Now if you don't join IIT till now, then you can proceed for the BSc, that is the third step. You can do BSc from any colleges across the country. You can do BSc in physics or BSc in astrophysics or astronomy, because there are several colleges across the country who provide the facility to study astrophysics, astronomy at college level simultaneously with doing BSc in physics. Now after then, when you will complete your VSc, now you are eligible for other exam after BSc. After completing VSc, you can give the IIT JEE. IIT JEE is the entrance test for the IITs, NITs, IISc, and now there are other tests also. Just is the screening test, just is the entrance test for the admission in Indian Institute of Astrophysics. You can qualify the just exam to enter in the Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Now apart from that, there are so many MS entrance tests for other university, so many other university, for example Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. This university also gives the facilities to study astrophysics when you will in master, when you will study MSc in physics. At the last sem there will be a special course of astrophysics in first sem, so you can study their astrophysics also. And you can also give the MSc entrance for Punjab University, JN University and other reputed university of the India. And when you will complete the first step, the first step is that matriculation, second step is to qualify +2 with good marks, third step to qualify BSc in physics or astrophysics or astronomy, and fourth step is that to complete your MSc from any universities. Now after completing MSc, now you are eligible to give the PhD entrance for different research institute, for different universities. You are eligible to crack the PhD entrance for other research institute, for example Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, BARC, TIFR, ISER. And you can also give the PhD entrance test for the foreign universities. There are so many foreign universities, for example Stanford University, California University, Harvard University, Oxford University, Cambridge universities. There are so many universities around the globe, MITs. You can also apply for the PhD entrance for these reputed universities or for the reputed research institute also. Now, after completing the fifth step and last step, that is PhD, when you crack the PhD entrance for any institute, for any reputed universities, then you will do your PhD in astrophysics, astronomy, or cosmology. So after completing PhD, you become the astrophysicist. Now you have degree of astrophysics, you have doctorate degree in astrophysics. Now you are ready for doing job as a astrophysicist. Now you have to look for the job opportunity. As for the job opportunity, there are so many job opportunity for the astrophysicist. Astrophysicist can join ISRO, VARC, DRDO, and other several research institute in the country. Astrophysicist can become the professor at the university here in India, or also in the USA or UK, or in European university also. Astrophysicist can join space companies. Astrophysicist can become full-time researcher at the planetarium and full-time researcher at the space observatory, and can make the space observation by taking the space observation, of movement of planets, movement of comets and asteroid, everything in the night sky, and can become the astrophysicist there. Or there are also a very fascinating opportunity for the astrophysicist for online teaching. Astrophysicist can become online teacher, YouTubers, and can give the knowledge for the common people, for the astrophysics student, for the physics student, can give the knowledge of space science, knowledge of rocket science and space technology, space research. This is also a good job opportunity for the astrophysicist. This is not permanent job. This is just for the develop interest to explore your knowledge from inside among the people, among the common man. This is a good platform also for the astrophysicist and for everybody. And now it is also very necessary to know why we study astrophysics. What are the importance of studying astrophysics? Why we should study astronomy? Because friends and dear students, because without studying space program, we can't predict, scientists can't predict the exact weather prediction. Scientists can't detect the exact your location where you are standing right now. Scientists can't detect exact location of you, and not exact the solar and moon eclipse. And this is the importance of studying space science, studying space program. As we everybody know that later or sooner this earth will die. There are several factors that are responsible for the death of this earth. Later or sooner, after billion years, earth will be dead. So that we human beings should have, our scientists should have a future backup plan. So our scientists thought that why should we not escape this earth? So we are looking for the life in space. That's why space research, space program is very important, and we are looking for space. We are doing space mining. We want to do space mining. We want to extract minerals and other things from the space, from the asteroid, from the moon. We want to extract. Space mining is only possible because of studying astrophysics, because of doing space program, because of knowing about the space, because ultimate program of human civilization is to settle in deep space, settle on Mars. To settle on Mars, it is very important to develop our space program, to make spacecraft very capable to land on Mars. It is only possible because of good space program, because of space research. Now, if we look especially at the astrophysics, why astrophysics is very important for all of us, is if we want to know about ourselves, that who we are, from where we came from and where we are moving, and what are the basic and fundamental things from which we made up of. For discovering these type of questions, we need to study astrophysics. For the prediction of solar eclipse, for the prediction of exact orbit of and exact rotation and revolution period of planets around the sun, we need to study astronomy. If we want to develop a GPS system, if we have GPS, then it is only possible because of space program. And if there is a communication revolution around the globe, we are very easy to have internet connection. We can view any program in TV, and we can listen anything in radio. If this is possible because of the communication satellite that has sent by the space agency in a space that is revolving around the earth and capturing the image and giving us information. That is possible because of space program. Now, friends and dear student, that's why it is important to study space science, to have knowledge about space technology, because our future is in space. Now, after this, I'm going to tell you that for our convenience, we can subdivide astrophysics in several branches. For example, number one, general relativity. General relativity is that branch of astrophysics which deals with the large scale, for example, black hole, planets, Milky Way, asteroid, big things. The astrophysics which deals with the big things, space, time, that deals in general relativity. We studied that big scale universe in general relativity. But if we want to move a little down in depth, then there is a quantum cosmology or quantum astrophysics. The student, quantum astrophysics or quantum cosmology is that cosmology which we use to study the quantum aspects of astrophysics. If we want to study the event horizon that is around the black hole, if we want to study that things, then we apply the laws of quantum mechanics to study formation and annihilation of virtual particle in a event horizon. We apply the laws of quantum mechanics to study the formation and annihilation of virtual particle, how Hawking radiation, how black hole evaporate. These are the concept of quantum mechanics. We apply the quantum mechanics. What can be inside the black hole? How a big bang explosion occurred? We apply the quantum mechanics. So this is the quantum astrophysics, quantum cosmology, the aspects of quantum mechanics in astrophysics. And thirdly, if we want to go much deeper, then there is nuclear astrophysics. The student, nuclear astrophysics is that astrophysics where we study about the nuclear reaction, nuclear fusion in star, how hydrogen convert into helium, helium convert into some more heavier nuclei, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, silicon, and lastly iron. Before iron, there is also formation of different heavier nuclei also. So how these nuclear process occurred inside the star? These concept falls under the domain of nuclear astrophysics. Now, if we want to go more deeper, that is particle astrophysics. At the deeper scale, we study particle astrophysics, where we deals with the subatomic particles, how particle annihilate, how particle create, how particle are responsible for the first atoms of the universe, how particle create the atoms, how particle comes together to form the proton, neutron, etc. How quarks are responsible for the formation of atoms, proton, neutron, and what are the quarks, how they interchange the energy. These are astrophysics, that is called particle astrophysics. What type of particles are created after just the Big Bang, and how particle behave at very deeper level. These are the particle aspects of the particle astrophysics. And there are one more branches which is very deeper and deepest branch, that is string theory. If we want to study the astrophysics at the most deepest level, there is string theory. String theory is the deepest level at the Planck scale. At the Planck scale, there is a vibrating string from the interaction of which the universe create with the different notes of the vibrating string create the different universe, different dimension. Means that studying of astrophysics at the string level, where string theory explain many several question, and it answered the many several question which was not able to explain by the modern physics. That's why the string theory is the most deepest things to study, deepest branch to study this cosmos, how gravity works. String theory combine these things. String theory combine four forces together. It explains several things. So these are the sub branches of astrophysics. Now lastly, I am going to tell you that there are three types of astrophysicists. There are three types of physicists. First kind of physicist is that observational physicist. Observational physicists are those physicists who takes the observation of deep space, night sky, who takes the observation of stars, observation of planets, observation of comets, asteroid, and how they revolve around the sun, and what are the period of revolution and rotation. So observational scientists take the observation by making the telescope direction in that side, and observation scientists are those scientists which makes the observation. Now second kind of physicists are experimental physicists. Experimental physicists are those physicists who conduct tests, who takes experiment inside the lab and declare any result. These are the experimental scientists who conduct tests and makes experiment in labs. And lastly, there are one more physicist, that is called the theoretical physicist. Theoretical physicists are those physicists who takes the data from the observational physicist, who takes the data from the experimental physicist, and develop the theory and develop the mathematics and combine theory and mathematics altogether and makes the conclusion. Theoretical physicists are those physicists. For example, Einstein was theoretical physicist. Now friends, lastly I will tell you that what I have included in this video, what about I have told in this video. Firstly, I tell you that what are the various steps to study astrophysics. Then I tell you that what are the job opportunity for astrophysicist. Then I tell that why it is important to study astronomy, why it is important to study space science, astrophysics, etc. And then I tell that what are the different sub branches of astrophysics, and how you can divide astrophysics into sub branches for your convenience. And lastly, I tell you about that what are the different types of astrophysicists, what are the different type of physicists. I tell lastly about that things. Now we will meet very soon in next video. Till then, you take care. Have a nice day.